Make it publicly clear.
It is 1/26/2026. You know what time it is. The Level Up College Football Podcast in the building. Your boy Big G going solo dolo tonight. My girls snowed in. They got all kind of diabolical stuff going on with the snow and all with the weather, but it can't stop G to do what he need to do. Man, thank all y'all for rocking with me on another Monday, magnificent Monday, and we're going to talk specifically about college freaking football. Y'all, the college football season's over. It's over, but we got to get to it because let me tell you something. When you want to get one of these right here, when you want one of these, man, I missed this from last time. This say 2024 and it should have said 2025. But when you want one of these, the season starts today. Let's be clear. Let's be perfectly clear. The season starts today. Man, thank all y'all for rocking with me with live people following the live chat right now. If you've not liked and subscribed, like and subscribe and or share. Super chats are wide open if you want to super chat to the channel to support the channel, and memberships are open. We started putting up more content already over on the membership side. We put our first mock drafts, 0.5 mock drafts up on the board, and all members will get their comments up, just like you see your girl Afton right here. Afton's a member of the podcast crew. We're highlighted. We can see it. Claude, Tommy, Andre, Tim, people in the building. We appreciate y'all rocking with us early and often, man. Oh, we got a new Tommy Strings, 8685, man. Welcome to the chat. We appreciate you. Good for joining us. We appreciate you, man. And let's get to it, y'all. What he said, my Steelers picks are diabolical. They are after. They're absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. But you know he's a hater. But we'll do what we need to do. Great one, Jaime Carlo in the building. Great seeing y'all. Listen, y'all. The 2025 college football season is in the books. At the end of the day, let's be perfectly clear. This guy, Cignetti, was able to soup up a DeLorean and get that bad baby to 22.5 years of age and win a national championship. That's the formula. The formula is you have to develop, but you have to get the transfer portal right in order to be successful in college football. There's no other way around it. If you want another one of these, a national championship, all these old bags, old guys like Dabo Swinney. And by the way, Dabo, stop dry snitching on everybody. I don't know if y'all saw the clip already. Dabo Swinney was out there dry snitching on a transfer portal player that he was unsuccessfully able to get. And he was talking about they were tampering with him and they was doing this and doing that. That's straight up snitching. Because you can't do what you need to do no more, Dabo. Your recruiting is diabolical. You can't get nobody out of the portal. You can't get nobody to come to your school as a youngster to develop. It's time to go, Dabo. The game's passed you on. But like I was saying, Coach Cignetti, he done showed you the way. He showed you the way. Cignetti has showed you how to get it in, man. Raymond, what you said, man, I thought your draft was good. A little uncertainty with the D-line. I'm assuming that we'll be able to get a quarterback and the D-line in the free agency. That's where I was headed, bro. That's where I was headed. But by the way, like I said, we talking college football, right? The season starts today. The Senior Bowl, I don't know if y'all know, the East-West Shrine Bowl is tomorrow. Tomorrow evening on Tuesday is the East-West Shrine Bowl. The Senior Bowl is this upcoming weekend. Y'all, there's NFL players sprinkled throughout the Senior Bowl, sprinkled throughout the Shrine Bowl. And evaluation of college players is happening now to go to the NFL. But also the transfer portal has closed for the college. And now it's time to build your team, man. Time to build your team. Tommy said it used to be Shanonomy, but some other pods were mispronouncing it too much, so I figured it would make it easier. Right. Tommy, bro. So it's Tommy Strings. I got you, bro. I got you. He has one wide receiver and 12 picks. Insanity, Claude. I'm not here to talk about. I'm going to deal with you tomorrow on all the Steelers mess, Claude. Your diabolical self talking about you embrace Mike McCarthy, Mike Wazowski. Get out of here, Claude. I should put you in the Matrix right off the bat for that, man. Well, anyway, you build your team now. You build your team now, man. You build your team now. Listen, I don't know for you guys that don't really follow college football like this, but as of this week, this Friday, and I don't know if y'all know this or not, the head football coach of collegiate teams is no longer the head football coach. I don't know, because of NC2A rules and how diabolical is NC2A rules. But because of NC2A rules, they're not the coach. The coaching job actually gets turned over to the head strength and conditioning coach of every program. That's who builds character, stops guys from being soft, stops some of the play where they're not strong enough to do what they need to do to perform. And he builds them up, man. He gets them ready. Now, the coach gets the keys back 2 weeks before the spring game. And that's part of the conversation I'm going to have with you today about the spring game, right? And then after the spring game, the coach hands the keys back to the strength and conditioning coach. And then from there, some of the position coaches can get involved, some of the recruiters, but not the head coach and his main staff. Great one says, Indiana sets the standard with older players. As an Ohio State fan, we need to have top programs. Take notes from Cignetti. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. You win by being able to do a collection of players from the transfer portal. I don't know if any of y'all was rocking with me late last year, late the year before, and late now. Very late this year. I said you have to get production over potential. If you don't have production, you don't have any way possible to put yourself in position to actually win at the collegiate level. This is why you're seeing, you guys don't even know the kid's name. There's a kid coming from UTSA, wide receiver at Ohio State, and he's going to push Brandon Enos as the starting slot wide receiver. His production was unbelievable at UTSA. It was unbelievable. And Brandon Enos was a captain and a starter, but he's going to push him for minutes because he gets production. Yeah, man, I'm going to get to that in a minute, bro. I'm going to get to that. Buckeye Smith hire. I got some thoughts about it. I done heard some other stuff, man, and I'm going to get to that here in a minute on the show. But you have to have production, man. I.e., why do you think Ohio State went down to Alabama? It took a whole bunch of players. Why do you think that Ohio State was able to get a Florida running back? Why do you think that Ohio State hit the portal as hard as they hit? And matter of fact, Ohio State was actually number 4 overall in composite grade. Teams that hit the portal real hard and had a high composite grade. LSU was 1. Notre Dame was 2. Ohio State was either 3 or 4, and the USC Trojans was right there with them. Right there with them. Big G, does the Big Ten get another national championship in 2026? That's a good question, man. I'm going to answer that now. Do they have an opportunity? Well, let's be clear. Who's playing quarterback in Ohio State? Julian Sand. Who's playing quarterback in Michigan? Bryce Underwood. Who's playing quarterback in Oregon? Dante Moore. Who's playing quarterback in Indiana? Hoover. There's 4 teams that's got bona fide quarterbacks. 4 teams that's got NFL quarterbacks, and I just went to the top 4. So can the Big Ten get another championship? Absolutely. Who's playing quarterback in USC? Absolutely. They can get another national championship because you build teams from the quarterback out. Unlike professional football where you build in the trenches, in collegiate football, you got to land a quarterback in order to get the other players to come on board. You got to land a quarterback to get wide receivers. You got to land a quarterback to get a running back. You got to land the quarterback to be able to get trench players and defensive players. You got to land a quarterback. So when you like I said, Dante Moore's back. Matter of fact, Dante Moore's back with Dylan Raiola out there in Oregon. Hoover transferred from TCU to Indiana. Bryce Underwood is the quarterback in Michigan. And Julian Sand is the quarterback at Ohio State. Absolutely, the Big Ten's got a chance to get another national freaking championship. They're loaded up. They're loaded up because you can build them from inside out, right? No, Yeah, Tommy, I like the Big Ten chances, man. Yeah, Stu Bus Driver, I can't talk about McCarthy right now. Mike Wazowski's. I can't talk about old Mike Wazowski. I'm going to talk about him tomorrow on Keeping It 100 for sure. Oh, Mike Wazowski, you don't mess around and hire damn Randall and Sully, the two diabolical monsters incorporated dudes. He going to hire him as the OC in the DC. And y'all, I'm telling you, I'm sidebarring for a second. All you Steeler fans, wait till you see who he hires as the DC and OC. You're going to be pissed. I already got some inside information. I already know where he's going with the DC. You're going to be pissed. Pissed. But his press conference is tomorrow at 2, so we'll address it because I'm going to be on right before he goes on his press conference with Art Rooney, man. Now, college football, the state of college football. And I'm just going to ask the question because, see, I've been accused of being a hater. I've been accused of being an SEC bias and against the SEC and all whatever else. But for all you SEC people out there right now, who y'all got playing quarterback down there? Who playing quarterback in the SEC conference? You tell me. Stockton at Georgia? That don't sound really good. Does Tennessee got a quarterback? Does Trinidad Childress, he's being forced to go to the NFL. Ole Miss ain't got no quarterback. LSU got a quarterback now. Let's be clear. LSU got a quarterback. LSU's quarterback transferred from Arizona State University. They got a squad. Texas got a quarterback. Arch Manning is a dog now. So you got Texas, and South Carolina got a quarterback, and Lenore Sellers. There's your front runners for next year's college football SEC rankings. Quarterback equals success with a matured roster that has the transfer portal as well as players that you've developed. Let's be clear. 5 stars cannot wait anymore. If you're a 5-star and you can't play, you're out of here. Or if there's so much talent stacked up in front of you, and it's to the benefit of some teams, i.e. the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish took a 5-star named Quincy Porter from Ohio State to play wide receiver and took Mylan Graham, a 4-star wide receiver, to play wide receiver. And that's their starting wide receivers next year in Notre Dame. To go with C.J. Carr. Tim, you're absolutely right. C.J. Carr, what does he do in year 2? He's got the weapons now. The issue has been at Notre Dame that they don't have the weapons. They got the weapons in Quincy Porter and Mylan Graham. What do they do with them? Because they haven't had them before on the outside. They got them now, right? The Big Ten Conference is, it's number 1. And because Curt Cignetti, I'm going to get to in a second. Let me get through these comments, man. Rocco Beck transferred to Penn State. Yes, he did. For y'all that don't know, Iowa State quarterback Rocco Beck went to Penn State University. The Big Ten got about 7-8 quarterbacks. Because don't forget about the Williams kid out there in Washington, too. You got the Williams kid out there in Washington, USC's quarterback, Rocco Beck over at Penn State, Julian Sain at Ohio State, Bryce Underwood at Michigan University, Dante Moore at Oregon, and Hoover down there at Indiana. There's quarterbacks everywhere. Said we need the pick. We need this pick. Jermaine Bernard. No, man. I don't know. I don't know about all that, man. I don't know. But yeah, in the SEC, Moavia, that's right, at USC. There's 8 quarterbacks. I told you already there's 8 quarterbacks in the Big Ten. There's 8 quarterbacks that have rosters that did very well in the portal and recruiting. USC had the number 1 overall recruiting class in the country. Not portal, high school talent. They was number 1. The USC Trojans, man. So listen, college football, you build now. So this is what I was going to explain to you about with Cignetti. Really, to be honest, the last 3 champions, you saw the maturation of college football go from one level to the next level and the next level. Michigan, what did Michigan do in order to win the national championship? Michigan convinced all of those junior underclassmen that hadn't done anything to come back and give it a whirl for their senior season. Aiden Hutchinson, the defensive tackle, the running back, Blake Corum. The offensive lineman, they convinced them all to come back. J.J. McCarthy, they convinced everybody to come back, give it one more run. They paid them, they convinced them. They won the national championship. Go to 2024. Ohio State convinces 75 to 80% of their roster to run it back. Emeka Buka, JTT, Jack Sawyer. They convince all those guys to come back. But then they hit the transfer portal for critical key positions. Caleb Downs, Will Howard, the center from Alabama, Quinshon Judkins, the running back from Ole Miss. Here we go to part 3. Cignetti builds the team with basic transfers from JMU and then goes out and hits the portal and gets all the pieces he needs, along with a good recruiting class. You saw 3 years in a row with the Big Ten doing the correct maturation to get a national championship. Can they win it again? I've already told you, absolutely. Tim, what'd you say? I'm just happy the Big Ten won last 3 years, and it wasn't some same SEC. Yeah, they sold their souls. Yeah. Tim, let's be clear. Let's be clear. The issue with the SEC, and I've been saying it for 2 years, and for all the people that are out there to call me a hater about the SEC, it was all good when Nick Saban could stockpile talent. It was all good when Kirby Strong could stockpile talent. It was all freaking good. It was all good when they could stockpile talent, keep talent, and pay them without anybody knowing what was going on. The SEC has been paying players for years. For years. Like my boy Ed Orgeron said, and I'm just quoting what he said. The money used to come through the back door in paper bags. Now the money goes through the front door in briefcases. When the money's out front and everybody can see what you do, hey, now the playing field is even. Facts, Stu Bus Driver, follow the money. That's the next chip. Correct. Tim, I feel you, man. That's your bias, man. And stop hating on USC. Stop hating on USC. But look at who paid the money for the team next year. Well, Oregon paid a lot of money. The University of Texas paid a lot of money. LSU paid a lot of money. Matter of fact, LSU paid the most money. Ohio State paid a lot of money for that transfer portal. They paid a lot of money. A lot of money. So if you follow the money, you can follow the champion. And teams like USC paid a lot for their incoming freshman class. They paid a lot. They paid a lot. So now you're going to start seeing who has an opportunity to win in college football. And oh, by the way, I don't know if y'all know, but they were supposed to have their voting in December concerning what the changes to the college football playoff was going to look like. They changed absolutely nothing. They still went to 12 teams. But they're keeping 12 teams, but the format changes. Now the format is, so if we would have had the format that we had last year, we wouldn't have had JMU and we wouldn't have had Tulane in the playoff. The new format would have had Notre Dame and Duke in the playoff. So you're not going to get any more of those bottom feeder teams in the playoff anymore. The reason why Duke would have went to the playoff is because they was the ACC champion. See, the new format guarantees all them conferences to get their champion in, regardless of whatever. And if Notre Dame finishes in the top 12, Notre Dame gets in. If Notre Dame finishes in the top 12, they're in, and all the conference champions is in. So you wouldn't have had Tulane and JMU. You would have had Notre Dame and Duke in the playoff, right? Claude, JMU deserved to be there. You know what, Claude? Claude, I can't believe you said that, Claude. But you know, you just itching for fixing. So I'm gonna help you out. Bye, Claude.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
But oh well, you got gold and you got gold.
Claude, even your lieutenant governor said to put you in the matrix. Even your lieutenant governor said to put you in the matrix, Claude. I can't believe that. I cannot. So what? JMU never deserved to be in the playoffs. Never. Now they can't match up and line up. Would you have rather seen Duke play Oregon and Notre Dame play Ole Miss this last year? Or would you have liked to see JMU play Oregon and Tulane play Ole Miss? I mean, let's just have some common sense here, man. Let's just have some common sense here, man. Let's have some common sense. No, absolutely not. You would have not wanted to see that, bro. And they don't deserve to be there. And no, they're not going to be there anymore. Not until you get an expansion to 16 teams. And really, to be honest, I don't think they're going to go there. I think what you're going to see next year, Notre Dame definitely, because they're stacked. I think Notre Dame makes the playoffs, right? Conference champion from the ACC, the SEC, the Big Ten, and the Big 12. There's 5, right? You might get that new diabolical Pac-12. That Pac-12 new Bob, you might get that in. There's 6. Yeah, they should have just have kept it the same, except you're not in the final top 15 ranking. Your conference champion. Auto Bills doesn't count, and JMU and Tulane don't make it. Yeah, well, they did that. That's basically what they did, right? Claude, they don't deserve to get in, Claude. And they're never going to get in again. They're never going to get in again. You're going to probably have 5 SEC teams, 5 Big Ten teams, and at-large Notre Dame, the ACC champion, the Big 12 champion, and 2 other teams. There's your playoff. 5 Big Ten, 5 SEC, there's 10. Notre Dame's 11. The ACC champ, the Big 12 champ, there's 13. And you're going to get, no, 5 Big Ten, 5 SEC, Notre Dame, and the ACC champ. Or they'll knock it down and they'll give 4 Big Ten, 4 SEC, and then you get the Big 12 champion and another at-large team. That's how you're getting your 12, bro. No more of this diabolicalness. No more of those teams that don't deserve to be there, be there. Tim, you're right. They were scared. Tim, I'm not mad at that. I don't disagree. Notre Dame would have bust somebody's grill, dog. Notre Dame would have bust somebody. Notre Dame would have bust somebody's grill last year, bro. I don't know if it would have been Ole Miss or if it would have been Oregon, but Notre Dame would have bust somebody's grill last year. They absolutely would have. Great one says, Big G, yeah, except the difference is that you would have Duke get in even if they were 7-5. Josh Press suggests you would have the Dukies auto build not count so they weren't in the top 15. But Duke, the conference champion of the Power 4 should get in every time, great one. ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 12. Those 4 should get in every single time. Every single time, man. Stu Brush Driver says, less bowl games, more playoff stop. Yeah, I don't disagree, but they're never going to get rid of the playoff games because it makes too much money. And it's a glorified spring game, by the way, too. Claude says if they go 12-0 next year, then they'll get in. Bet corner time, Claude. Bet corner time that none of them bottom feeder, Power 5, JMUs and Tulane none of them get in the playoff next year. They've already said it. The NC2A's already set the standard. They ain't none of them getting in next year. Bet it, Claude, but since you want to be out there real bad, go and bet it. Go and put your money where your mouth is. Bet the corner time. I'm 30 minutes. Hell, I'll go an hour. That's how confident I am. They're not putting none of them lesser in, bro. None of them teams is getting in no more ever again. Now, going back to the formula. All right? I think you have to have an established quarterback, transfer portal, and a coach. Oh, Claude, whatever you want to bet. Claude, you got my Facebook? Hit me up. Put the money in there. Ain't nobody scared. Hit me up. Tell me the amount, Claude. We can bet it. It don't matter to me because, and listen, the minute that you don't see no damn JMU and Tulane, I need my money. That day, I need my money. I don't want to hear what, wow. No. Wow, my ass. I need my money. Right? Tim said the committee paid the price what they did last year. That's facts. No, Claude, ain't nobody scared. Bet it. Put it in the chat. Put it in Facebook me. Me and you are Facebook friends. Put how much you put in. Put it out there. Bet me that no Tulane or no JMU. And it will be marked and remembered. 126 of 2026, Claude Bishop says that a diabolical trash JMU or Tulane if they undefeated get in. Bet it, Claude. Inbox me. Ain't nobody scared. Stop that. Who cheated, Candy Lover? Who cheated? Who cheated? I don't know who you talking about who cheated. Hey, man, what's good, Aaron, man? Hey, man, public apology to you, Aaron. I was tripping the other day. I had crashed all the way out, Aaron, man. I mean, I had crashed all the way out, man. I was done. I couldn't take the damn back-to-back McCarthy and Smith, man. It was just too much. I had crashed, man. But man, I got you, man. And like I told you, I was going, next time you showed up, wherever you showed up, I was going to public apologize. See, unlike the diabolical Claude and some of these other people that I deal with, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I done had to wear James Pierre jerseys, turn around in the damn corner. I done had to do all kind of stuff, but I feel strong about my convention. So I'll tell you, and Claude, if you want to bet bread, bet the bread, Claude. Ain't nobody scared. Run it. I see you ain't got no chime for no damn inbox for no damn Facebook right now, Claude. So you just out here talking. You were just down here talking. So I ain't seen no money. So what you talking about, Claude? Bet it. You want to talk strong, right? You want to talk strong? Bet it. Bet it, Claude. Because I don't see it. But like I said, the formula is established quarterback, transfer portal, and a coach who's not scared to push all his chips in the middle of the field. Hey, I hope it does, Stu Buster. I hope it come with bread and butter. I hope it come with both of them, because that's what I'm going to have Claude looking like. One of these times, I'm going to get Claude on the live podcast, man. Claude, let's bet that. Let's bet that you got to come on the live podcast and say G is the greatest of all time. Let's bet that. Ooh, that would be so good. I don't even care about money. Let's bet that don't none of them trash teams get in, and you got to come on the podcast and just for 25 seconds, and all you can say is G is the greatest of all time. Oh, my God. Claude, that would be beautiful. That's worth more than money. That's worth more than money, Claude. Bet that. So now, as I'm here and I'm talking to y'all, I got to give my way too early top 20, top 25, or not even top 25, top 10 for next season. My Stu Bus Driver, bet him too, Stu Bus Driver. Bet him. Because Claude talking diabolical. Bet him. He talking diabolical, right? So, my way too early top 10. Okay, so that's the bet too? Oh, but you still owe me that, Claude. You were supposed to come on and call me Sir Early. No, I lost that bet. I called you Sir Claude. I did lose that bet with you. Yeah, like I called. So let's bet it back. Bet it back, Claude. Bet it back. Since you're so confident now, bet it now. Right? Because I'll call you Sir Claude again. Sir Claude of the Matrix. Claude said any 13-0 team will get in. That's the bet you want to make? Bet. Out of any 12-0 team, out of any conference, or wait, it's 13-0, they have to win their conference champion. Bet no Tulane, no Tulane, no bet. That's a bet. Ain't getting in. No JMU, no Tulane. That's a bet. Bet. Absolutely. So it's a bet. Y'all heard it. Live chat, you heard it. It's a bet. They ain't getting in. I'm telling you. They done fixed it. Oh, Claude, we can talk money in the live chat. I don't have people all in the streets knowing how my money flow. We sure bet the 13-0. And we sure bet you coming on the show. And matter of fact, Claude, I want you to call me G Stradamus. Where my damn sign at? I want you to come on. I want you to make a homemade sign and come on the show and call me G Stradamus. That's what I want you to do, Claude. Come on the show, and you got to make a homemade sign that says G Stradamus and say this dude, man, knows what the hell he's talking about concerning college football. Come on the show and do that, Claude. I'm with that 100%. Now, my way too early top 10 in reverse order. Number 10, South Carolina Gamecocks. For the 2026 season, number 10 in reverse order, South Carolina Gamecocks. They hit the transfer portal. They paid big money to keep Lenore Sellers, to keep their wide receiver Harbor, to keep Stewart, the defensive end. They hit the portal hard. can I borrow your crayons? No, Claude, you got to go get you some crayons and some markers and whatever. You might have to institute and hire some people to get you some damn signs made because you're going to be on the show talking about G. Stradamus. I can't wait, Claude. I can't wait. So, yeah, number 10, South Carolina. Yeah, they legitimately got a chance to win the national championship next year. Legitimately. Number 9, USC Trojans. University of Southern California Trojan boys. Mater, the whole squad, the number 1 recruiting class in the country, top 5 transfer portal recruiting class. Yeah, USC's ready to roll. They are ready to roll and ready to push on in and go for it. My number 18, the Oregon Ducks. The Oregon Ducks has a legitimate opportunity to push for the national championship. I don't know if they have enough in the trenches because they're going to lose a lot on the defensive line. But from a skill position standpoint concerning wide receiver, quarterback, running back, defensive back, yeah, Oregon's got it. And Dante Moore is really that good. Let's be clear. Dante Moore, if he'd have came out this year, would have been a number 2 overall draft pick. He'd have been number 2. Yeah, they're ready to go at number 8. Number 7. Oh, the Indiana Hoosiers. The Indiana Hoosiers are number 7. And the only reason why I have them at number 7 is because I don't know how much Hoover can transition from playing Big 12 football to Big 10 football. They got pieces, though. They got Decker, wide receivers. They retained 2 out of their 4 wide receivers. They got defensive line depth. They got offensive line depth. They got running back depth. The Indiana Hoosiers there wasn't a flash in the pan, ladies and gentlemen. Indiana is not no flash in the pan. They're not a flash in the pan, right? So they're here to stay. So number 7. Ooh, number 6, the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia Bulldogs, number 6. Gunnar Stockton. Because, see, you got to believe in Kirby, man. You got to believe in Kirby. You got to believe in Kirby. Rob Lightfoot, man. What's up, man? What's up, Rob? Good to see you, bro. You got to believe in Kirby. Rob, you're going to like that pick. I picked the number 10 for my preseason top 26. South Carolina Gamecocks. Picks number 6, Georgia Bulldogs, man. You got to believe in Kirby, man. Kirby, outside of maybe Texas, is the last thing standing. Maybe another team I'm going to mention there in a little bit. But Kirby Smart, yeah. You got to believe in Georgia. Georgia, Kirby Smart, what he's developed. Now, he lost some transfer portal, but he was able to steal a little bit. He stole from Ole Miss University, and he stole from Alabama. So Kirby is right there, right? Number 5. Woo, it gets tight. But I got to tell the truth. Number 5, University of Michigan. Let's be clear. Utah's head coach, Winningham, is now the head coach at the University of Michigan. He's got a quarterback and Underwood, and I don't know if y'all have seen Tyler, the running back, 5-star all-world is going to Michigan. I've already done told my brother, this kid might be the best college football running back prospect since Bijan Robinson. I liken this kid to Adrian Peterson. Tyler is unbelievable. He's going to hit the ground running and start day 1 in Michigan. He's a killer. He's Michigan's best running back since Anthony Thomas, since the A-Train. He's really like that. Tyler is a dog. And you're going to put him with Underwood? Yeah, Michigan back. Yeah, Michigan back, man. Yeah, Michigan back. Michigan is back. Trust me, they're there. Number 4, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And I know y'all say, well, gee, you went 4 Buckeyes? Yeah. Number 4, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, they hit the portal. They got about 3 starters from Alabama. They got 1 from LSU. They got 1 from Georgia. And they got a bunch of returning starters, right? A bunch of returning starters. Man, I know you feel some kind of way about talking about scum cheated. I understand, bro. I understand. K, love it. But I understand it. But they all the way back. But the issue is for Ohio State, let's be clear. Arthur Smith is the offensive coordinator. I mean, really? Arthur Smith is the offensive coordinator. Heavy 12 personnel. Heavy run game personnel. But you got Maseratis on the outside with Jeremiah Smith, Derrick Henry, Ennis, and the kid that transferred from UTSA, and LSU's #1 wide receiver that came over there to Ohio State too. And we're going to bring in a 12 offensive coordinator. And listen, I ain't scared. I'm about to tell you something. Julian's saying you better develop some intestinal fortitude, dog. You soft as butter. Julian's saying. You can't be scared in the pocket. You remind me of like how C.J. Stroud was that was scared to run. You got to develop some intestinal fortitude, Julian's saying. If not, take your ass to the bank. Because we got a dude named Tavion St. Clair that's ready to roll. 6'4", 230-pound quarterback, built like Terrell Pryor, but a dotter like Troy Smith. He ready to roll. Get to tripping if you want to, saying you're going to be over there on that bench. You're going to be on that bench. My number 3 team. Yeah, Ohio State almost did. Tommy Strings, they almost did get him, but they didn't. The reason why he stayed is because Winningham was named the head coach at Michigan. That's why he stayed. And Tony Alford, who used to be the running back coach at Ohio State, is now the running back coach at Michigan. Him and diabolical Kerry Combs. How are all these Ohio State ex-Buckeye coaches up there at Michigan coaching? The hell's going on around here? But anyway, yeah, Hyler is a dog. My number 3 team, the Miami Hurricanes. Listen, man. Yeah, they lose Bain. Yeah, they lose some on defense, but they done cheated. They paid big bread to get Duke's quarterback. Big bread to get him. They still got Malachi Tony. They still got Fletcher. They still got some of them offensive linemen. Miami ain't going nowhere. Like I told you, Indiana ain't going nowhere. Miami's the cream of the crop in the ACC. They the best team over there. It's going to take James Franklin a minute to get Vitek right. Everybody else soft as butter. The Miami Hurricanes is the cream of the crop in the ACC. I give Pitt a little bit of credit, but they ain't going to be able to hang with Miami. Miami ready to go. They number 3. Number 2, the LSU Tigers. Listen, y'all. Let me read this comment. South Carolina finished 20th in the portal and 18th in recruiting. O.C. Briles, correct, with Lenoris and the best running back room in the SEC. Hey, listen, I told you. We're rolling out like 2026 like Fat Cats. Rob, I'm telling you, that's why they number 10. It's Lenoris got to go from here to here. If Lenoris is a Heisman finalist, they in the playoff. They in the play, and anybody can win. Matter of fact, if Lenoris is a Heisman finalist, they in the SEC championship game. That's how diabolical that is. But Lenoris Sellis' plays got to go from here to here. He's got to mature. He's got to match rate. If he doesn't mature and match rate, nah. But that's why I got him in my top 10. Right? Number 2, LSU Tigers. LSU Tigers. Listen, man, 39 transfer players. When I'm telling you they got the tackle from Colorado, Seton, they got Princely, the defensive end from Ole Miss. They got Missouri's #1 defensive end and Hardy. They still got both the Weeks boys. They got Mateer, the transfer quarterback from Arizona State University. They got the #1 wide receiver, Wilson, out of Florida. They have loaded up. LSU is 39 portals. Top #1 portal. #1 composite overall recruiting. Lane Kiffin had a bag dropped off to him, man. Had a bag dropped off to him, and he spent it wisely. LSU is right there. They right there ready to roll to get a chip next year. They ready to go, right? They don't need too much of coaching. They just need some direction. Them boys is hungry. They ready to roll over there in LSU, ready to go. Am I my number one team in the country? And I know Mod and all them Longhorn boys gonna love me for saying it. University of Texas. I mean, let's be clear. Let's be clear. Arch Manning is the heir apparent. Arch Manning got 1 year to develop, and he developed. You saw him get better and better and better and better. Now they done went and stole a running back from NC State, Hollywood. Now they done went and stole the number 1 transfer portal, Coleman, wide receiver to go with Wingo. Yeah, they rolling. They rolling. And don't forget what they got at the defensive end over there. Don't forget about Colin Simmons, a baby beast. They got dogs over there at Texas, man. They ready to go. Yeah, LSU back in, bro. Go, look at their portal. They all the way back. They all the way back, man. LSU all the way back. Right? Said, listen, why was Marcus Parsons at Penn State hockey game? I don't have no clue. He trying to help him out. They took James Peoples running back from Ohio State, but that's another story, man. He wasn't going to get no ticket to Ohio State. Stu bus driver, money is coming. Facts. Money's coming. You got to pay. I'm a believer that said the reason why Arthur Smith was hired at Ohio State wasn't because of his ability to coach. Ryan Day's still going to be calling the plays. He's going to dictate the rhythm of it and implement the running game a little bit more and let Ryan Day to be able to take his hands off of it every now and then. But he was brought in because of his daddy and the FedEx money. Arthur Smith's dad is a billionaire, a FedEx billionaire. That's why Arthur Smith was brought to Ohio State, for the bag, so we can recruit to win. He wants his son to be successful at all costs. He ain't been successful since Tennessee. He was trash at Atlanta. He was super trash at Pittsburgh. Yeah, I'm going to go to Ohio State where they got Maseratis laying around everywhere, and my daddy got bread, and it's going to make me look good. Arthur Smith came to Ohio State to build himself back to be able to get a coaching job. Yeah, Aaron, I'm serious as hell. His daddy is a FedEx billionaire. Google me. Google me. His daddy's a FedEx billionaire. His daddy's a FedEx billionaire. His daddy's a FedEx billionaire. Not million. Billion. B. FedEx billionaire. That's why he came. After said was. After he still got money like that. He just ain't in control of all the bread. His stuff's in stocks and stuff now. Unless his father died, and I don't know if his dad died or not. But his family got super bread. Super duper bread. So that's why he was brought over to Ohio State. Yeah, Tim said he's a top billionaire. Might be Tim, but you ain't like Arthur Smith. You ain't like Arthur Smith. They will override Smith for offense, won't he? Yeah, he will. He will. But Arthur Smith was put in place so Ryan Day can take his hands off of it all the time. See, there's going to be games we play like Purdue and like Rutgers. It ain't going to matter. But Arthur Smith, but when the games wouldn't matter, Ryan Day going to be cold. But he was brought there because of his connection to money. Let's be clear. Because he wasn't even a candidate. They had a secret interview. I'm finding out more and more about the stuff as we speak, and literally as the day goes by. I found out something earlier, like they had a secret interview that nobody knew nothing about. And there wasn't anybody there but the athletic director and Ryan Day. Nobody knew nothing about it. They had a secret interview. Oh, man, what kind of time up? That's what they did. They wanted his bread. But going back to it, like I said, the University of Texas is the number 1 team in the country. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, bro. You can Google me. Check it out. You can Google me. Right? Why doesn't anyone show Illinois some love? Back-to-back Big Ten Bowl victories. Yeah, because they done. They're a team that doesn't do portal well yet. They develop and recruit, but they don't do portal well enough yet. When they start getting up in the top 10, 15 portal, and their composite recruiting looks like top 10 or 15, then Illinois gets some love. But right now, they're on that second tier in the Big Ten. They can't run with Oregon. They can't run with Indiana. They can't run with Ohio State. They can't run with Michigan. They can't run with USC. They can't run with them. Now, they're on that second tier. They might be at the very top of that second tier. But they can't run with the big dogs. Not yet. Not yet. That's why we're out. What's my opinion on Moore and Raiola both in Oregon? It was smart. It was smart. Moore went back to develop because even though he would have been the number 2 overall draft pick, Tim, he still needed a year of development. If they would have pushed him in a starting lineup for the Jets or something like that his first year, he would have struggled bad. He needed a year to develop. And Raiola is going to get a red shirt out of it because Raiola started at Nebraska as a true freshman. So Raiola has got freshman year, sophomore year at Nebraska. He's going to get a red shirt this year. So now he's got time to develop and mature. Moore goes out the door. Wherever he lands, I think he's still going to land in the top 5 next year. He's probably going to be a Heisman finalist next year. And Raiola just takes over the team. It was super smart. Raiola has never had an opportunity to develop. His pressure's been on him from day one. And to be honest, quite clear, he's got all the tools in the world. Dylan Raiola at Oregon is going to look completely different than Dylan Raiola in Nebraska. Dylan Raiola in Nebraska didn't have no weapons, and the weight of the world was on his shoulders. At Oregon, he could just be another one of the dudes that helps us get a championship. So that was a super smart move by his family. And to push him up next to Phil Knight and all that money? Yeah. Why not? Makes all the sense in the world. How many college coaches turned down the Cleveland Browns head coach job? 2 that I know of. 2 that I know of. Yeah. He hates Kentucky. Bro, Jay Sneakers, man. What's up, man? Yeah, I feel him. But yeah, it was smart. It was smart, man. It was smart. So like I said, Texas is the number 1 team. The University of Texas is the number 1 team in the country. Way too early, top 26, because we still got to see spring, see how everybody looks. We got to see how the teams gel. Last point before I get off the air tonight. Your strength and conditioning coach is the most critical person on your staff the moment that you see them. Ohio State's got one in Mick Moriarty. Mick is a beast. He can develop. And Mick, man, do whatever you got to do to get Julian staying tough. Get Julian staying tough. Don't let him be a crash out. Yeah, Craig, I had a bad weekend. I'm still at DEFCON 5. I'm just being calm now because I got the show to do by myself. But if I wasn't by myself, I'm at DEFCON 5. I'm just being calm. Strength and conditioning is the number 1 thing you need. Penn State could be, man. They could be because Iowa State head coach Montgomery went over there. They got the kid to transfer back, Rocco Beck, to transfer from Iowa State over there. He took some of his Iowa State pieces with him over there, including the tight end and the defensive end. But I don't know, man. See, in the Big Ten, that's a big jump from Iowa State to Penn State. Big 12 to Big 10 is a big jump. Big jump, right? So we'll see. I got Penn State on the same tier as Illinois. They're not with the top 4 or 5, but they're right there. And they could be sneaky. Could be. Scheduling means everything. When's the Senior Bowl? This weekend coming up. The Shrine Bowl is tomorrow, Rob Lightfoot. The Shrine Bowl is tomorrow on Tuesday. The Senior Bowl is this weekend coming up. So 2 big games to evaluate talent for the NFL. Absolutely. Craig said tomorrow will be worse because that's when McCarthy talks. Oh, Lord, yeah. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow, keeping it 100 at noon. Oh, my God, 2 hours before this dude goes live. And like I said, I'm telling you, I know some stuff about what they're going to do at D.C. It's going to be diabolical, right? Big G, RELAX. We don't need you to have a heart attack by crashing out. Hey, man, I've been there, bro. I can't take it. But like I said, I'm on the show by myself tonight, so I'm in my mind, I'm at DEFCON 5, but outwards, DEFCON 4. DEFCON 4. Yes, facts. The only Buckeye that's at the Shrine Bowl is Donaldson. The main 2 guys at the Senior Bowl is Espinosa and the tight end from Purdue. Those are the main 2. And the guard, the guard that transferred in from Rice. He's playing in that game too. So you can absolutely catch all. If you're a Buckeye and you want to watch Shrine or East, to watch the Shrine Bowl or watch the Senior Bowl, those are the players if you're a Buckeye to watch, The rosters are printed. You can go on Google and see them. It'll tell you everybody who's playing. I mean, there's going to be probably some good quarterback play because you got Kate Klubnik and some other guys that's going to play there. So it's probably going to be pretty good quarterback play. There's always stars to be had. Todd was texting me this morning telling me about this Notre Dame tackle that's supposed to be really good in there. And he told me to watch film on it. So I'm going to sit down and do that. And he told me about a center from Duke. So I'm going to definitely check both of those guys out. I'm going to sit down and watch film on them. He's saying those guys could actually fit in the Pittsburgh Steelers scheme. We don't even know what the damn scheme is, but they can fit in the Pittsburgh Steelers scheme. So, for sure, man. Man, absolutely, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out, for sure. Listen, y'all, I've been before you for a time period. It's the off season, but it ain't never an off season. You got to build to win the championship. And let's be perfectly clear.
Make it perfectly clear.
Let's be perfectly clear. You build a championship and win a championship like Curt Cignetti just did in the offseason. You build it now. You hit the portal. You get the players. You build continuity. You get your quarterback established, and you go all the way in. All the way in for the championship from the offseason. Hey, man, thank y'all for rocking with me, man. If you haven't liked and subscribed, like and subscribe to the KnoItAllz podcast channel. Level up, all the other shows, keeping it 100. Smash that gas, pump the brakes. Jag, G-A-G, just a guy. The Homies podcast, the KnoItAllz podcast, the Steelers Late Night with Devin and Tate Boy Fresh. All of these shows will be available over here on the KnoItAllz podcast channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you – yeah, he said cocaine. He said, great show. Man, he said, great show as usual, G. Thanks. Psych. Yeah, Claude, I ain't got time to double back and put you in the matrix again. But trust me, you would be headed there right away. Cocaine is a hell of a dangerous drug. It's a hell of a drug. Facts, right? So if you haven't become a member and been a subscribing member yet, memberships are available on the KnoItAllz podcast channel. We're uploading stuff as we go. Just today, me, Tate Boy Fresh, and Ma did our 0.5 mock drafts. We did a live on-air draft. Then we did a 0.5 behind the scenes. People saying they digging my draft, man. But I don't know. It ain't a competition. I'm just trying to get the best 12 players available for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, as for my girl Sarah C., my girl Thresa B., and your boy Big G, man, I will see all you guys tomorrow on Keeping It 100. Thanks for rocking with the Level Up College Football podcast, and we will definitely see you guys next Monday. Stay warm, stay safe, don't be out there in that cold and all that snow. Be careful, and have a great day. Holla.